Do you want to talk about space? You want to know where space came
Yeah,
from?
the origins of space.
Yeah, May 23rd, 2012. I was walking across BC doing a trek called SOS onto Ottawa, and we'd been harassed by the police for 3 weeks, constantly every day, and it made me crazy. So as a result, I took my birth certificate, my driver's license, my social insurance card, and my passport, and I threw it into the fire that I made, and it's on YouTube. That was the death of my corporate identity, Brent Gordon Talbot. If you want, I can give you old picture of Brent like wearing a suit. The creation of a little space, which is my full name, which is all that I am and all that I require, and the difference between nowhere and now here. Just a little space where I live now in the present moment. And so that's how space came to be, and now space just keeps evolving on its own. I have no control, but in order to change your personality, you have to completely change your personal reality. You have to create a whole new image and live into it. You have to create that character and then become it and live into it. And for me, space is 180 degrees the opposite of who I was. I used to have terrible health, I used to be very unconscious, and I used to have a lot of addictions. Now I just love, and life is magic, and I've never felt better. And I'm going to be 50 next year. 50 in January. Right? And I ride my bike. I got a garden that's 12 kilometers from my house.
He's okay, he doesn't hurt us. He's a friend.
This one like under the board.
Yeah, I have tomatoes literally coming out my ears. So fill that bag.
Oh, there's lots of snakes. Look at them.
It's frozen. It's raw fig and blackberry jam.
What?
Yes.
That sounds amazing.
Honey and chia, so it's probiotic. Very good for your bellies.
Thanks so much.
My pleasure.
Wow.
Yeah, put that one out of the sunshine just because it's been frozen. And I tried to keep it as, but it's hard when you're yeah, it's like, where do you hide stuff?
Matching.
Yeah.
I love the
Feel
matching
free to
too.
Put some more stuff in that bag. I have tons. Please, let the girls. And I feel great about my life because it's constantly evolving and changing and growing and new, and I'm always challenging myself. I just got a new toothbrush, man. It's epic. You just put it in your mouth and it vibrates. It's got Blu-rays. It feels like my teeth are dancing right now.
HD teeth.
It's just
High
magic.
def.
There's so many things going on the planet that are good.
Yeah.
That are changing. Like we were just talking about with plastic.
Yeah.
That they've discovered a bacteria that'll eat plastic and turn it back into water. And we can inoculate the oceans that have these plastic banks and turn these islands back into water.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of good stuff going on. There's even teeth now that they have that you can regrow. It's stem cell implants they put in your teeth, in your mouth, and in 2 months it'll grow you a new tooth.
It's interesting though how our parents gave us our name at birth, right? So there's that. So there's a character there, right? Like your parents gave you the name Brent. So then that's Brent is your character for a while, and then that becomes like a government, like you're saying, like a government property.
Totally.
Like Brent.
Yeah.
Like you have to get passports, a driver's license, and everything.
You're owned by corporations.
Yeah. So then it becomes like a government property thing.
Yes, sir.
So what you're saying, like with burning your ID and everything like that, that's burning both like your what your parents named you and what the government named you, right? And you're trying to become
free
by transforming yourself into space.
Yeah.
Right.
A loving, caring being that doesn't cause harm to anybody or anything, and shares and provides and grows, and because that's who I am. We're all just these magical beings.
Yeah.
And we need to recognize that by slowing down. Because everybody's going too fast.
Do you find yourself you have to like compromised still? Like you have to be Brent in order to be at the library or at the
No, they call
bank?
me Space.
Oh, do they?
At the library? They call me Brent at work at the bank.
Right.
Yeah, of course. There's
So
a
there's-
dichotomy of me that still lives. In order
Right.
to live in the capitalist world, I still have to be Brent, but I'm slowly letting go of it more and more and more.
Mm-hmm.
Like at the bank, when we performed at Salt Fest, they had we put up our poster, pardon me,
Right.
in the bank, and everybody was looking for it, and they couldn't see my name.
Right.
But it said Space, and then they put two and two together that they knew everybody else. So it's just a process of massaging it in.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If I get in people's face and say I'm Space, then
Right.
they'd be like,
Have you ever found any antipathy, like antagonism towards, like
Being
space?
space?
Yeah.
I had a lot of fear. People, when you introduce yourself, they give this, oh, you know, they don't know
Right.
how to take you. They think,
Right.
oh, this might be a serious lunatic. I don't know how to react to that.
So they're on guard.
Yeah. Some other people, though, are wide open. It's the complete
Yeah.
opposite.
Right.
Like, I've met a beautiful lady who's very pregnant, and her name is Creature.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
Oh, you're not kidding. I was like, wow!
Creature.
I met her picking blueberries.
Yeah.
Pregnant mom picking blueberries.
Named Creature.
Yeah, and dancing. It's I would love for you to get her in the interview too, because that's what I asked her. I said, you know, I get some interesting responses to space. You
Yeah.
must get some trippy responses to
Yeah.
Creature.
Yeah, no doubt.
Especially since she's just beautiful.
Yeah, eh?
Well, she's natural.
A beautiful creature.
Well, we're all beautiful creatures, but she's very
Yeah.
organic, right?
Right,
She's
right.
so clean, and her eyes are piercing
Mm-hmm.
because she's so in tune.
Mm.
And that baby's gonna fly out of there. It's gonna have wings. She's gonna make herself a space creature. And that's what it's for. We came here to fly.
Yeah.
First, love yourself. I'm pretty sure that I mentioned that in number 2 and number 1. Fly.
Fly.
First,
Fly.
love yourself.
Yeah.
Grow your wings. And meditate. Take time to meditate.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing, and it's the hardest thing for people to do.
In part 3, William Brown's going back home to Fungi Land. Fungi Land grew out of Earth's rot, right?
Yeah.
It's the mushroom with a city on top of it. So, on Wednesday, I'm actually doing that scene where I told you I'm going out, I'm rowing back out,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna pass this Alex guy on his houseboat. He's gonna be playing the stand-up bass. It's like go past. So he's going back to space, basically. Is that where we're all going? That's what is that like in us somehow? Like
Oh,
we're
heck
all
yeah.
going back to space.
We're spiritual beings having a human experience.
Yeah.
That's the 4th and 5th dimension. We're only in 3D reality right here. We're the whole universe stuck in these little bodies. 80% of people on this planet do not want to be in their bodies.
Yeah.
80%. So think about that. 8 out of 10 people you meet are already unhappy just to be alive.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
That's before any of their regular stuff hits them during the day.
Yeah. That's when they first wake up.
Yeah, that's just getting out of bed. And
Yeah.
I want to be in the other 20%.
Yeah.
The ones that wake up and go, this is going to be the best day of my life.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
then go and create it. I do that. I put my hand on my stomach and my hand on my heart, and I say, this is going to be the best day of my life. And it works out.
It works out. It's fascinating. We're in these vessels, and we're on Earth in these vessels, in these bodies. But it's interesting. You go up like to a certain point, and you start floating. That's. I was telling that to Phoenix the other day.
Absolutely.
Like she was asking, "What's the sky?" And I'm like, and then I was thinking, well, the sky goes up to a certain point, and then it's becomes space, and then we start floating like into space.
Amen.
It was pretty trippy just to like simplify it like that, right? Like to her,
Well, from the studying I've done, we are the 12th of 12 universes, and we are the youngest species in the 12th universe, which has 500 planets with people living, well, beings living on it. And we are the youngest of all of it. And so we're just new at this.
Yeah.
And that's why we're having problems with the planet, but that's why we're coming together as a species too, and we're starting to work in community, right?
Yeah.
Community.
Community.
CALM. Conscious, aware, loving, mindful. When we work from that place, everything's possible. And the power is in the people, because together we are unstoppable. Absolutely. Division and distraction. That's what the corporations use to keep us down and busy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Any final words you want to say?
Listen to your heart. Whatever it is. Think it, feel it, do it. If you think it, feel it. Feel it into your body. Does that feel good for you? And if it feels good, do it. Don't ask anybody what they want. Just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Space is not the final frontier.
Ow!